We are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go. Good morning everybody, how are we all doing? I hope you are all well. Excuse me, I just got out of the shower and I look a little bit like Penny Crayon this morning. Do you remember Penny Crayon? She used to draw stuff and it would come to life. Probably the best superpower you could ever have. What would you draw if it could come to life? I would draw, this is easy, I would draw a small parcel of land with a mooring that doesn't flood, with a Dutch barge, a walled garden with ivy and wildflowers, and a small stone dwelling. And while we're at it, I might as well throw in a private beach with views of the sea. Endless possibilities. Also, once you're in, you could just keep changing it up, couldn't you? You could just draw new furniture when you fancied a change. Endless possibilities, none of them real. Let's get to the real stuff for another week on Art in the Corridor. Let's go. In a way, we are kind of drawing stuff that comes to life because Ant's designed a t-shirt and it's now here. Let's go and have a look at that. I think maybe one day that might actually be a thing, drawing stuff that comes to life. I mean, 3D printing, that's a thing now, isn't it? And that's like something out of Star Trek. Mabel, what would you draw that could come to life? Biscuits.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, that helps us beat the algorithms. This has arrived. This is the sample t-shirt that I've done the design for, and you can hear Mabel's dying to see it, she's whinging. So we're going to open this with you and then we can all see what it's like together.
Well, just remember, if the design isn't right, that just means we need to
adjust stuff.
Always
more looking at what it's
quality
printed like.
That's big.
It's a medium.
Oh, yeah.
But right, okay, so let's have a look.
The print,
so the print's lovely. It's a bit light, the colour.
So we need to darken it.
Yeah.
I think we hadn't quite got the scan right anyway, had we? So we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's fantastic. I'm happy with that. That's really nice quality.
It's not plasticky.
No, it's not. So that's been like inkjet printed onto there. So that's really nice. That could just do with being a bit darker because it's obviously compared to the black of the sleeves, it's more greyish.
Older. But the quality's nice.
Yeah,
it's
really
cotton.
is.
I think it's organic cotton, isn't it? Sure it is.
Can't read that without my eyes on.
They use sustainable materials and they said it was organic cotton.
So we'll try it on and see what it's like.
It's quite a big medium, I think.
Yeah, it is for a
medium.
medium.
So that's good to know because we can kind of...
That's very big for a medium.
Yeah, it is. Because you're like a medium and that looks
I usually
big.
wear a medium. That looks...
But then sometimes when you get them on, they're not.
Okay, we'll have a look.
Okay. You're going to have to look at it on the camera because we haven't got a mirror full length.
We don't own a full length mirror. But, so this is what I've noticed. The t-shirt's really nice.
Yeah.
That's ever so slightly light, so we might have to darken that down. I think that could do with coming up a little bit.
I think you're right.
So it's a bit higher on the chest.
I think it should come up a bit and be a little bit smaller.
Do you think?
The design. It needs to go like... whoop,
yeah.
in between the sternum.
I own a few of these baseball type t-shirts and they're usually a little bit more fitted. I mean, this is a medium, which is what I wear, but it's... I don't know, is it too big? I don't know.
But you always say that. You always buy t-shirts and say, oh, they're massive. And I say, that's what t-shirts are, they're loose.
Yeah. So what are we thinking, everybody? Maybe this a little bit higher
And darker.
and
like
this darkened down to sort of match the black. Because this was the other thing. So we can have this design on just any colour t-shirt you like. So you could have it on a plain white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, red t-shirt. This is just the baseball option.
Yeah.
Baseball. And they only do this with black sleeves for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird because it'd be nice in different colours. So it might look different on obviously different coloured t-shirts, but...
And also, just normal t-shirts, they're just kind of, you just wear them like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
casual like.
But I really like how they've printed that on there. It's not like one of those
Plastic.
plasticky things that's ironed on. It's sort of ink printed into the material. So that's good.
So what,
Hannah's turn to try it on.
I'm a fan of a baseball top, but this definitely needs to be higher
On the chest a bit
and
more.
smaller
Yeah,
and darker,
yeah,
which is all doable.
yeah.
But from somebody who is funny about the feeling of clothes, this feels nice.
Yeah,
It's nice cotton and the neck's not too tight.
yeah. Well, that's good then.
Yeah. Lovely. Let's get on it.
Yeah.
So here we are so far. It's starting to align. Nice and bright, I think. And now I need to go and get some more different shades of pink in those Faber-Castell pencils. Down the road there's an art shop, or down the towpath I should say, there's an art shop and they do Faber-Castell pencils. I think they do them individually, so I should be able to pick up a couple of different shades that I'm after, and then I can complete the flamingo. But we're getting there, aren't we? I think. I'm really quite happy actually. I am quite happy with this. What are you up to?
Well, I started drawing. I was just scribbling really, and it turned into this person getting a bag of coal off a fuel boat. But it's a bit.
Oh, wit.
It's not really winter time at the minute, but maybe I'll use it at some other point. Oh, and it's square.
Oh yeah, it's square.
Maybe I'll make a square line, eh?
You know what you could have?
What?
The moon and a heron. He's already grubbed up the t-shirt.
I know. The one. What do you call it? Sample. What have I done? Leaned on something.
Probably.
Blooming heck. Is nothing sacred?
Not when you live on a boat.
Well, I haven't made a print for this week's video. I've been designing a couple of new prints though, so I'll show you those quickly now and then we'll have a little chat. So, you might have seen me starting this sketch earlier in the video. I've added a little dog that resembles a certain little troublemaker we live with. But I really like this picture, but it's quite close to some of the others that I've done recently. So I thought I'd do another take on a fuel boat, but I'll explain what's happening in a minute. So this is my other one. I started tracing it now, I've put it on lino. And I've just done this really sort of twisty perspective. So that boat looks like it's going to tip over a bit, but it's because everything's twisting up that hill. There's these people collecting their stuff. There's just a bit more happening in this one. Yeah, I posted both of these on my Instagram and Facebook to see which people liked the best. And it's sort of a mixture really. So I'm going to make both. I'm going to start with the one with the people collecting everything, the group of people, and then I'm going to make the one with the dog. So that should be fun. So that's going to be the next couple of prints. Oh, and this was quite exciting. So this was out. This came out Friday in Waterways World magazine. Yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed that. 3 pages. Woo. Hit the big time now.
Good morning, it's another day. Not sure much happened in that day for you, but this is another day. And I just thought, I've been doing Ant's t-shirts and we're trying to think of like making sure that they kind of have a look and that the colours, the designs work with the different colours of the t-shirts and things, which is kind of tricky. Also, just navigating the programme is a little bit tricky, but then it probably isn't for other people. But anyway, I just thought, why don't I blooming set one up as well? Because you can link it with Etsy, and for ages I wanted to do tote bags. I did tote bags ages ago, like this, but it was that whole thing of having to buy them in, store them somewhere, and then sell them from here. And it's costly, it's really, really costly. But if I set it up with T-mail, then it's still quite costly to pay for them, but it's kind of, I don't have to bulk buy and it's just kind of there in the background. So I'm going to design one and then get a sample and then see if it's okay. Then I can have tote bags at very last. This could be the solution. So I'm going to have a little go. Okay, so it's been a few hours and so far I've managed to lock myself out of my Etsy shop, forgotten every password that I need for everything that I need, but we're kind of getting somewhere. I'm still not sure whether this is really worth it, but it turns out that you can't link your Etsy shop to this particular print-on-demand company, so I'm just going to have it as a standalone shop and then share a link. Which is a little bit frustrating because if you can link it to your shop or your website, then it means that the cost of the products are lower. So I'm going to be quite honest and candid about this because this is part of what we do and it's the part that we're not particularly good at. So I'm going to have to charge £15 for a tote bag, which to me sounds like a lot of money. Did a little bit of market research, seems to be quite normal for something that's kind of from an independent artist or that's got a unique design on it. And then the company, the print-on-demand company, will be taking £12 from that. So I'll only be making £3 a bag, which if I was selling like hundreds and thousands would be, you know, fantastic. But we're not a big retail company. But I think it'll just be nice to have it running in the background. If it doesn't work, it's not costing me anything. So everything is taken care of. All I have to do is design it, check that it's printed nicely, and then everything else is kind of just done. So I've set up the page, I've designed a few tote bags, I'm waiting for a sample. The company are ethical, so you know they're not using a big horrible sweatshop or anything like that. It's organic cotton, there should be nice products, and if I make a few quid then obviously that's a bonus, but it can just be sat there running as like a kind of passive income. But yeah, it's a tricky one, but I think it'll be fun. And it's just another, what do they say? String to your bow.
Well, just to round things up, I suppose, because we didn't get anything made as such this week. We've been faffing around doing computery type stuff. Yeah, I thought I'd show you what I was up to on this piece of lino. So it's transferred to my block and I've put this funny little wonky building in because I wanted everything to feel like it's twisting around like that. And I've started doing a bit of cutting, but hopefully we can carry on with this next week and have it completed on the video, because I think this is going to be a really nice one. I've done it in a square shape, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And I've got these people, busy people and stuff, and I like that when there's a bit of something going on with all the other stuff. So yeah, we'll get that done next week. But what I've been doing in the meantime, in the last few minutes, is writing down all the names of the coffee buyers and the patrons, because it's competition time.
So it's not really competition time, it's
Prize draw.
giveaway. So this is a way of us thanking everybody for your support. So we take the names of the top 2 tiers of our lovely patrons, and we write down everybody's names that have bought us a coffee in this month, and they all go into a hat. We draw a name and we give away a print.
So this is this month's prize, and this will be an amount, and it'll be titled and all the rest of it. And we've got the names in the hat. So you're going to do the picking.
Score.
You know the score if you've been with us a while. I know, I always shut my eyes. I don't know why I shut my eyes.
We look like we're sat in the dub. It's because it's sunny, and if we open the curtains and you can't see us, we look like
washed out. Oh, you're milking that, ain't you?
Okay, I've got one. It is Steve Gill. Steve Gill. Is that Gill?
I assume it's Gill, yeah.
Gill. Steve
Gill. It never focused.
Yes!
Focused.
I did it! You can't read my writing because I was rushing, but Steve Gill. Gill.
Well done, Steve. We'll wait a few days to see if you see the video, because it's always more fun. But if not, we will contact you via whichever source the name came from.
Yes. So thank you so much for watching. I want to say thank you for the comments last week. Particularly somebody let me know that the Faber-Castell pencils are archival. I should have really known that, shouldn't I? I should have read. But which is helpful because I was worried about my panels like fading in the sun and stuff. Mabel, what are you doing?
She's gone under the sofa.
Hang on, look at this. Frog legs. Where are you going? So thank you to everybody for watching.
God.
A bit hot and tired, are you?
Yeah, I'm a bit hot. You obviously don't know this, but we've done about 20 takes so far. We've done the competitions, that was drawn fairly, but after that we cut it, and then, yeah, we're trying to round it up.
Keep losing our brains.
It's because it's very hot on the boat.
It's very hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like muggy, I feel sticky. Right, anyway. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, push the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Lots and lots of love, and we'll see you next week. Bye!